Hello ladies and gents, and happy Friday to you. Otis has been reduced to about 5 words at a time. Finn Balor is back, though not for SummerSlam. And did Matt Camp and Kevin Patrick give us a little bit of a clue as to what was going to happen with that SmackDown Women's Championship match? Gotta find out. I'm Casual Leanne. Come with me. So Talking Smack leads in with the filliest of fillers, the recap video. But it was on the best feud that they possibly could have done, and they used that Edge promo talking about Rollins taking him to a place where his blood runs black. You believe the man. People forget, Edge is not only a versatile superstar in athletics, but he is also an actor, and he sinks deep into his roles. The rated R superstar being amongst them, and the Brood Edge being another one. Camp and Patrick go into all the threats that Reigns made to Edge, that he was going to send him back to Hollywood. Boy, did he. They throw us their excitement in anticipation of the pay-per-view. They briefly give a nod to the women's division, with me being high on blissful ignorance in anticipation of the Banks Belair match. And oh, the dark places we go. Okay, I've covered that. I'll go on. They pivot to Montez Ford of the Street Profits versus Alpha Academy's Otis. And Ford, even with the different kind of boxing themed ring gear and the intense veracity, still kind of losing, still getting crushed actually by Otis. And we see a little bit of background into Otis's kind of frightening transformation in the Alpha Academy's Talking Smack segment from a few weeks ago, and you can see that here. Now, Chad Gable basically acts as Otis's handler in this interview with Kayla. She interviews the Academy and she asks how Otis is feeling after his victory over Ford. And Gable kind of speaks for him, puts his hand on Otis's chest, getting between him and Kayla, and he wants her to kind of back off, as Otis is in his recovery period, a very important part of the process. It had kind of a very Kamala, Rusev, Lana type vibe to it. Of course, Gable then turns the attention to himself and how terrifying Otis has become and how great a coach Gable is because of it. He reminds us that Otis is destroying the Street Profits, referring to it as carnage. He invites the audience to watch SummerSlam. Of course, they weren't on it, but their eyes are on the prize, he says. I appreciate the clarification, because I had zero idea that the Alpha Academy was even in the hunt or even in the world of the tag team titles. I thought their only purpose was to flatten the Street Profits every week. But cool. The Usos and the Alpha Academy can have a hard-hitting athletic contest that I personally would look forward to. And somebody's got to fight the Usos other than the Mysterios. Gable says that when they win and get the tag team titles back, they'll do it. And Otis finishes for the Academy. Chilling. Borderline cult's behavior. Perfect for Otis's manipulator. After all, can't spell Gable without Abel. There's a commercial, and the return to Talking Smack highlights Seth Rollins and his recurrent mind games until Edge returns with the Brood music, the Brood dark as heck promo, and a Brood bath. The high point, the absolute high point to this Go Home SmackDown. And this is the point at which I changed my prediction for who was going to win at SummerSlam. Ooh, it was too heavy. After that, Camp and Patrick actually called Sasha's absence a no-show. I was shocked. Of course it wasn't, but I think that little morsel of uncertainty may have been a clue to something rotten going on with the SmackDown Women's title match. The recap of Bianca, Carmella, and Zelina Vega, man, it emphasized how stupid that squash actually was. Because she literally just not even 24 hours beforehand had dispatched both Carmella and Zelina Vega in one night. with relative ease. What on earth would happen to Bianca Belair, the SmackDown Women's Champion, in the space of 24 hours that she couldn't handle one slam without getting pinned 1, 2, 3? Less realistic than ever. They turn to interview with Sonya Deville, and Kayla asks what's in store for SummerSlam. Sonya expresses her excitement. She lists various matches on the card that she's looking forward to, and Kayla asks if Bianca competing twice before SummerSlam was kind of ill-advised. And Sonya gives Bianca added credibility. So ironic. Stating how the dual victories actually demonstrated that she's champion and she's ready for Sasha. Kayla kind of asks for a scoop as to what might be going on. Sonya stays vague, saying that exciting things are going to be happening, but they won't know about it. No crap. Before the final section, they tease an interview with Finn Balor, and I'm all in. The Prince is good for comment, he's better for action, but we know how much I love promos. When they return, they elicit different predictions amongst the locker room for the Universal Championship match. Big E, Rhea, Pat McAfee, and The Miz all go for Reigns, and Nikki, one loser to another, hate to say it, and Rick Boogs are also Team Cena. Rick Boogs is kind of itching for Cena to have a 17th title reign. Camp says that Roman needs the title even more to cement his legacy, and that he'll have defeated 8 world champions since his descent if John Cena goes down. Hopefully the Beast is next, because 9, hey, I'm good with it. They go to Kayla with Finn Balor, who, in my humble opinion, also got screwed in going up to SummerSlam. He says he's done smiling. He snatches the mic away from Kayla. He's talking about the Uso attacks, John Cena stealing his contract, that all of these things are killing him inside, and that when Reigns and Cena do tear each other apart, he'll be circling like a vulture. I won't give you everything in this segment, but it was a scintillating promo, and I do hope that he'll get his opportunity at some point. After Brock Lesnar, of course. A must-watch segment, without question, was Finn Balor. He was straightforward, yet calculating. He was threatening. He was real. You want to see that match between he and Roman Reigns down the road, even if you know he'd get clobbered. Matt Camp reminds us that he did actually beat both Roman Reigns and John Cena, and you start to see that man just behind Finn Balor's eyes. My rating for this week is 4 out of 5. You know how I am about authority figures on Talking Smack, and this one, I hate to say it, took the star power down a little bit. Sonya was fine, but she doesn't have a storyline of her own really, and there wasn't much to comment on other than the other matches. Otis and Gable continue their trail of destruction, and Finn stole the show. So that was Talking Smack from August 21st. Do you hear anything that gave away what was going to happen? How would you book a Finn Reigns feud? Let me know down in the comments. Thanks to my new subscriber, HyperoTunes Productions. Welcome, and I am so happy that you're with us. Now, if you're a new subscriber and want to be mentioned, please comment that you are a subscriber, and I'll acknowledge you in a future video. I love you all. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and tap that bell icon to make sure that you get notifications for when new videos come out. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.